You are on the bilingual channel Radio Kasamia Web. If you listen to it via YouTube, I remind you, in the end, to continue using the other link. Using Spreaker instead, the link is unique and lasts half an hour. Then there is Facebook. Look for the word Radio Kasamia Web. If you click I like it, access the other episodes, images, a healthy daily humor and comments on the Gospel of the Day of Salvatore. After a long time, I'm here to assist him. A greeting to those who, not having access to the internet, listen by accepting the phone call from staff. Today, June 3, 2018, the episode 285 is about to begin, with the theme to welcome and share with the poor, the tabernacle of Christ. Now I pass the microphone to Salvatore, who is ready to share his conversation. We'll talk later.
Here we are, Salvatore is here. Did I miss you? Sometimes something is missing from me. I miss a definite hope that it is not that serene good mood. It is not optimism. This I do not miss. Sometimes it is sad. I have hope in life. I have hope in God. Well, this is also generic. I cannot say it. I can say instead, and this is sometimes difficult, this is to say, I have hope in Jesus Christ, living person, who comes in the Eucharist, who is present in His Word. Also our resurrection and of the deceased loved ones, therefore, is a certain reality, because Christ has risen. Why is it sometimes difficult for me to say this? I think wrongly that the fight that I bring here is totally useless, and that at the end of the existence the shipwreck awaits us. Why am I wrong? Because God does not disappoint. If He has placed a hope in our hearts, He does not want to endure it with continuous frustrations. God made us to flourish. If boredom paralyzes me, then I send it away with the good works. This is because we have been created in a different way, but to live together, and we must love each other. If one day you got frightened, or you thought the evil is too big to be challenged, think that Jesus lives in you. He, through you, wants to subdue all the enemies of man: sin, hatred, crime, violence, all our enemies. With the grace of God, we can never despair.
What do you think, Salvatore, to start talking about this faith? It is like the child. He entrusts himself to his parents. He does not ask them a demonstration, knows that all his difficulties, all his problems are safe in the parents. And from this reliance begins to learn to live. Right.
child tries to the parents, unless the mother and father divorce. I remember that couple that was getting divorced. Husband and wife are divorcing, and they find themselves in front of the judge to rely on their only son. And the wife stands up and turns to the judge. It was for 9 months that I took our son to the womb. I was the one who first guarded him. So it is natural that trust is done to me. At which the husband, who also heavily relied on him, stand up and speak. Mr. Judge, when I put a coin in a candy dispenser and drop the candy, does this belong to me or to dispenser? Well, we must entrust the family to God, who keeps the couple faithful, even when they face difficulties, like that to transmit the Christian value to their children. Many separations occur due to tiredness, for different interests, for having found someone we like best, and maybe with the dialogue some controversy could heal itself. By the way, these days, out of good interest on this family issue came out. Let's take a break now. And the government was made. They call it the government of change. We'll see. There is the Premier Giuseppe Conte and 2 Vice Premier, Luigi Di Maio and Matteo Salvini, opponent in the election campaign, and today they look suspiciously. There were no alternative to, unless you drag the country to seaside election. And Conte must coordinate a team composed of technical minister to the economy, foreign affairs and community policy, and a political minister who on many issues have opposite ideas. This government has to deal with the work that is not there and the phenomenon of immigration and poverty. I am instead very interested in ethical and sensitive issues that are, unfortunately, deliberately not considered in the government contract. Here, in the contract, we find the interest in the family. And the Minister of the Family, the Nord League Lorenzo Fontana, argued that the natural family is the only one possible family. He is opposed to gender ideology and marriages between homosexuals. He said yesterday that gay marriage and euthanasia are not in the government contract. They will not pass. In the contract there is a family. Flat tax immediately to family with have at least 3 children, to reverse the birth rate, because without children there is no future. We will see. In the meantime, I remember when the PD, the Democratic Party, made the laws on civil union and the biological testament, and these had support of 5-star movement. I wonder what is the moral soul of this government. Said our old president Sandro Pertini, the morality of the political man consists in exercising the power that has been entrusted to him in order to push the common good. And I add, without letting you bribe. Politicians must love their people. This is why Pope Francis says that every man and every woman who must take possession of government services must ask himself there are two questions. I love my people to serve them better. Am I humble and I hear all the others, the different opinions, to choose the best road? It therefore follows that if a politician does not constantly keep this guideline in mind, his government does not will be good. The ruler, man or woman, who loves his people is a humble man or woman. In a word, the ethical dimension, social and economical relations must emerge from within, and this requires the commitment of every person and every institution inside the society. However, at least this time, there is not even a minister who is investigated or convicted in this government.
Do you know Salvatore? A few hours before the oath, the newborn executive Lega M5 stars made his first public appearance. First steps of a child. The ministers took part in the Republic Day, which turned 72 yesterday. How did it go?
Exactly. Made the government yesterday, 2 June, was the birthday of the Republic that recalls the first truly democratic vote, when the referendum was held on 2nd and 3rd June 1946, with which the Italian choose what form of state to give to Italy, republic or monarchy. Over 24 million Italians voted, and the majority chose the republic. The flag-raising ceremony is moving to the Altare della Patria, and the homage to the unknown soldier, the hymn of Mameli, the Frecce Tricolori, the military parade of the armed police, firefighters, civil defense, and the Italian Red Cross. At the end of the parade, a crowd of people for Fonte, who promised to the citizen, I don't have a magic wand, but I'll give it my all. Insomma, the Republic is there, the government we will see. We are waiting for what this new executive will do.
Yesterday, the 2nd of June, another beautiful thing happened. The message from Medjugorje to the visionary Mirjana that we now listen to.